so we're going to talk about dating. Okay, mostly like dating meaning like, you know, when we were younger. Because like I've known all your boyfriends and, well.
Junior dating.
Junior, like dating 101. Because, you know, let's see, your first real boyfriend was in high school, correct?
Sure.
I mean, we had little boyfriends, like little, you know, you did.
Juniors.
Yeah, but like your first serious boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I remember him well.
So cool.
He was so cool, and you guys were so cute together. We were like the it couple, the blonde, and he had the hair.
The cool boyfriend.
The hair, the Spandau Ballet. Now I've really dated us. And, you know, you did everything before me because you're, well, I don't want to say, you're slightly older.
I was 1 year older.
1 year older. And I had braces and I was a little gawky, and, you know, guys didn't like really warm up to me until like later anyway. So I lived vicariously kind of through you. I mean,
okay.
Well, you know, I was friends with your boyfriend's best friend, and you were too, and we all hung out together.
We were a gang.
And then I, you know, had my first real. I probably didn't have my first real boyfriend until college for me, and then I remember some of yours, and you remember some of mine, and
sure.
You actually set me up with one of mine who was a nightmare. A couple.
Oh, well, you didn't have to bring that one up.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it wasn't your fault. You didn't know. I never blamed you for that. I didn't
do it on purpose.
But I never blamed you.
Didn't do it on purpose.
It was not your fault, and
a lot of people, but
we had a good.
That was a mistake.
I know, but we had some laughs over it. I've laughed. Well, after the completely horrifying experience.
I'm so sorry.
I survived.
I could take that back.
I know. Remember when I took a picture. I saw his name somewhere a couple of years ago, and I texted it. I sent you a picture. Thank God for modern technology.
That it lives on.
And it was like this bright light went on over his name. I was like, "You're going to see this," and I was like, and I sent it to you.
I can't believe you didn't march right in there.
March? I like hid. Are you kidding me? I like was like this. I like ran to my doctor's appointment.
But it would have been better because you know he probably looks weird or.
Oh, who cares? He's probably the horns that he was obviously hiding in his head.
I would have gone in just to.
Oh no, he has horns. They're out now. I'm sure of it. So,
probably.
What did we know he was the devil? Although he thought he was God, but what?
Which means he's.
What did you learn like in dating? Like for me, I realized and like something that like cracks me up about girls today. Well, the thing that cracks me up today, and there was a Sex and the City episode like this, where like Miranda's overhearing these young girls talking and like out at lunch, and they're like, well, maybe he did call, but maybe he meant this, and you know, but I think he really misses me, and he really wants me to stop by. And she's like, no, guys mean,
yeah,
what? It took me a really long time to figure that out.
Yeah.
How long? It didn't take you as long.
No.
You got onto this before
yes.
I did. I had to make an ass of myself a few times, I think. I did some stupid stuff.
I'm sorry.
I know, but I did some bad stuff.
I remember, and this is in no way an insult, but I remember you calling and saying, does he really mean, and I said, no, he means exactly
what he said. I've learned that.
Why isn't he calling? I said, because he doesn't want to.
Because he's not interested.
Yeah.
Why isn't he calling? I know, and it hurts.
I know, and it does hurt so badly.
But you don't want to say that to your friend.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to say that. But it's true, isn't it? I know. It's something I learned over the years. And then that's kind of...
It's so funny that he's just not that into you came out so much later. Because it's just so obvious.
Well, no, what came out that I remember so...
Women like to speculate. Why isn't he calling? Because he doesn't want to.
Well, I think that women try to read into things, like men's behavior, and there's like, no, men are not that complicated.
They're just
really
as simple as they are.
They really,
and that's not a knock. They're not trying to be anything else. If they don't call you, it's because they don't want to.
Correct. And if you read into it, you're a moron. Which took me like
and don't call them ever.
Don't ever call a guy.
And that's what your dad was trying to tell us when he said, "Don't be too funny. Don't try and do a lot of the work. Just be yourself. Just be. I mean, you can be funny if you want, but don't do all the work. Don't do any calling. Don't pick them up. Don't do anything.
Well, that's kind of like
Don't drive and pick them up. Not go to a bar and pick them up. That's not what I meant. But don't do a lot of work. If they like you, they'll do the work. That's what
Correct.
he meant. That's what your dad meant. He meant it in an old school way. Like,
yes, no, even though he called us broads, which used to drive me insane. I'm like, who calls women broads? I mean,
he wanted us to be girls.
He wanted us to be girls, and you know, it's funny because I remember
he just wanted us to be a little more demure.
Yes.
He would have used the word demure if he.
Yes, be a little bit more hard to get. Play a little bit more hard to get.
Right. But although he was right. He was probably right.
He was right. It was the old school dating. My dad, liked to think he was like, the man about town.
He was.
And he probably was. And he was like trying to say, don't be so funny, guys don't like girls that are so funny.
Well, I think he liked funny women.
Of course, my dad was hysterical, and he appreciated humor.
Yeah.
But
he just meant don't be so forward and just let the guys do a little more work. I think that's what he meant.
And I think there's something to be said for that. And I think that, like, when I hear girls today, like,
I know, and it's 2015,
and now they're like, texting, and they're, and I'm like, oh my god, like,
he wants to call you, he'll call you.
Call you, right? Let them call, and like nobody calls anymore. They don't. They like text.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing right now? It's like, no, you don't drop what you're doing and go meet a guy. You make them ask you out, and you make them wait a few days. I mean, it's kind of like the rules. I mean,
quite honestly, if you want to know if he wants to call you, wait to see if he calls you.
Yeah, or text or whatever it is that they do today. I don't even know.
Wait.
I don't even know what modern dating is today, like Tinder.
Well,
I can tell you. That is.
I can tell you. Wait to see if he calls you.
Wait.
I'm dating now.
And we'll
the
get
most
on to
wonderful
that.
man in the world, and he calls me. It's great.
And you talk on the phone.
I have to say though, he's old school. He's lovely. He's wonderful, and he calls me.
That's so cool.
On time, not like there's a schedule, but he calls me regularly.
Like right when you're thinking like it's time for him to call,
and he calls. It's fabulous.
Oh, I want to date again, but I'm married. Damn it.
And I know he wants to call me because he calls. Not because I've asked him to, because he wants to.
But I want to date again. Oops, sorry, honey.